Very good morning, all the students of 7th standard. We are learning here history's ninth lesson, the Maratha War of Independence. And page number 40 is going on. On the page number 40, the movements of the Marathas is going on because we have seen in this lesson uh, it was difficult to defeat the Raigad fort against the might of the Mughals. So it was difficult for the Marathas to defend the Raigad fort. Sorry, I told defeat. To be defend the Raigad forts against the Mughals, it was difficult for the Marathas. Mughal captured the Raigad fort in the November 1689 and arrested to Maharani Yesubai and Shahu. And after that, Aurangzeb won the favor of number of the Maratha Sardars there, and they turned in the side of the Mughals. So while Rajaram Maharaj was leaving Raigad and going toward the Jinji, that time he had handed over the responsibility of defending or administration responsibility given to Ramchandra, Pant Amatya, Shankarji, Narayan Sachiv, Dhanan Santaji Ghorpade and Dhanaji Jadhav there. From the Maratha point of view, the situation of the Marathas was very critical because Aurangzeb had enticed a number of the Maratha Sardars to his sides by giving them a handsome amount of money, jahagir, and positions in his court or in his darbar as Sardars there from his side. Jahagir he gave that. So the Marathas' power was a little bit weak. So in reply of that, Shahu, Mr. Rajaram Maharaj also used different tactics against the Aurangzebs, and Rajaram Maharaj had declared that here he went a little bit of more front against the in front of Aurangzeb, and he announced or declared that it was a promise from the king's side, it was a promise from the Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj side that the territory or the area which was won by any Maratha Sardar in the battlefield in their activities or in their movements, in their inventions, what are the enemy's territory they own, they captured, that area, that region would be handed over them to the Maratha Sardar. The Sardar who had won that region or the areas, the Sardar who had defeated the enemy's army from that region or the areas, from the enemy region or the area, that region or the area would be handed over to the Maratha Sardar as a Jahagir. In a form of reward, it will be handed over to the Maratha Sardar. For example, someone is a Maratha Sardar and he suppose, for example, he attack on the Mughal territory, he attack on the Surat region, and the Maratha Sardar, if he defeated the Mughals army from the Surat regions and if they captured the Surat region, so the Maratha Sardar, one who was leading the army, that Surat region will be hand over him as a Jahagir. In form of reward, it will be hand over him to the Maratha Sardar as a Jahagir. Like in this, Rajaram Maharaj was announced here among his soldiers there. Now the situation was totally changed here. So what is here? Due to this promise. So due to this promise of the Rajaram Maharaj, many capable Maratha Sardar, they came forward. They accepted the task, the responsibility is to be attack on Mughal territories, because Rajaram Maharaj had promised them to be reward them that conquered territory would be rewarded to the Maratha Sardar, those who own the enemy's territory in their invasions. They started invading the Mughal territory with the vigor and defeated Mughal generals. So, with more vigor, with more confidence, with more courage, with more bravery, with full of their determinations, with their full of might and strategy, their skills, they start to be attacked. They started to be invade on the Mughal territory from the all sides, from the all directions, and they defeated the Mughal generals in their attempt. Santaji and Dhanajis were at the forefront in these situations or in this action. Among that, from the Maratha side, Santaji and Dhanaji, these were the two Maratha Sardars who were the forefront in this situation or in this attempt. They were too much brave, they were too much skilled and highly able, qualified, able Sardars with the great determinations, with the great courage and skills and tactics. They start to be invade on the enemy's territories from the different side, from the different region or the areas. Continuously they invaded and they made the Mughals helpless in front of these two Maratha Sardars. This much they made helpless that they not allow the Mughals army to be settled down in any place. Even they not allow them to be rest, to eat food in a peaceful atmosphere, in the proper rest. Nor they allow them to be take a rest or to sleep at night also in a proper way. At any time, in any situation, in any condition, at any time, in any place, they were going and attacking on the Mughals territory, on the Mughals army. That surprise attack they were doing that. So they were totally in afraiding positions. They don't know that at what time, from which sides the Maratha Sardars, the Santaji and Dhanaji's army, they will attack on them. They can't take a breath in a proper way also that. This much difficult situation for the Mughal there. Mughals were in hopeless conditions there. They were this too much what we can say that afraid, they tired against the Marathas there. Maratha Sardars like Santaji and in front of Santaji and Dhanaji. So they were the forefront in this action against the surprise attack and guerrilla tactics. So these are two Maratha Sardars. They were attacking on Mughals armies, and also they were using the guerrilla tactics there. By hiding in the region or the areas they were attacking at any time. In any situations or the conditions, they were attacking on the enemies from any side, from any directions. A surprise attack. Always they were giving surprise only that. They in shock. Difficult situations was situation for the Mughals there. The enormous amount of war materials and heavy artillery of the Mughals were of little use. Mughals, whenever they were roaming, they were wandering, they were going in their invasions. At that time, they were carrying the huge army with them, an enormous amount of war activities, war materials, weapons, guns and cannons they were using with them, and also along with them number of the soldiers were going with huge armies. But all this was useless, helpless in front of the Maratha Sardars like Santaji and Dhanaji there. They were too much brave that there was no any use of the Mughals' powers, their equipments, war materials, nothing there was any use there. The Mughals' force were at their wits. They lost their confidence, they lost their courage, they lost their skills, their bravery, their courage, everything they lost. They brought to Mughals, the Santaji and Dhanajis, they brought the Mughals at their wits. On the one occasion, Santaji Ghorpade and Vithoji Chauhans, Santaji Ghorpade, there was one occasion was there, or there was one incident was there. In that incident or the situation there, Santaji Ghorpade and Vithoji Chauhans even cut and carried away the golden pinnacles of the emperor's own tent in the surprising attack. Emperor or Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, he was when he was on the expedition on invasions. At that time, at night he was living in a tent in the battle. in the region of the area there in the open ground. He was living in a tent. So Santaji Ghorpade and Vithoji Chauhan, they went a surprising attack on the Mughal territories there, or on the Mughal camp, and the tent in which Mughal emperor was resting at night, they cut down the golden canopy on the temple upside their tent. Canopy was there. That canopies they cut down and they brought. So this much surprisingly, they surprised attack they were doing that. They did the darings to be attack on the emperor's region, where the emperor, mostly emperor means he was inside the in middle of his army there. He was surrounded by with a huge army there, and at night he was resting in his tent, relaxation. Then also they reached up to their tent and they cut down their canopies of the tent. This much daring they did this. So today we'll stop here. When we'll come tomorrow, then tomorrow we'll come with the next one point. Thank you very much. Bye bye.